Hi everyone, Jared here, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Master System and some of the games that Steven sent me because now I've had time to actually reflect on everything that was sent my way. And the first thing I wanted to say was I totally forgot that the Master System allowed you to use a Sega Genesis controller. So I've been using a Sega Genesis controller for all the reviews that you guys are going to be seeing in the coming weeks and months and what have you. And Steven was actually the one who reminded me of that. I totally forgot about that. So a few things I wanted to just quickly talk about that I didn't really do last time. I wanted to show you what the games actually looked like. So they came in like your standard Sega Genesis boxes, just like this. Let me get a little closer to the camera here. This is mine, Rampage. I love this version of the game. And so all the games came in something like this. So for example, you'll notice that the motif is pretty much exactly the same, right? It's just that this one they put red to make it sort of stand out, which was smart of them. So when you open this up, I'm going to try and do this to make it so that it doesn't fall apart. So hopefully you all can see this. So you've got instructions on this side and then the actual game itself. And what's amazing is that these are really small games in comparison to like an NES cartridge or something like that. The manuals were nothing fancy. They were typically like this blue-white sort of background. You know, very flimsy. They usually were only a few pages long, like this one. But what was cool is that a lot of them came with stuff like this, which I'm going to show you. Little posters and things of that nature. You see? Take a hold of the Sega Adventure. And then you had a bunch of advertisements here. If I like zoom in, you can sort of see. And that was something I didn't show you guys the last time. That I thought I would, you know, a few of you might appreciate seeing what the actual cartridges look like. All right, now. This is a game that I absolutely love, and I'm going to be covering this really soon. I've already done a couple of reviews. I did a review for Transbot. This is actually the very first review you guys are going to be seeing. And again, you'll notice that same sort of style, right? Except that this one is tiny in comparison to this one. I mean, look at the difference, right? It's really small, and the reason for that is because it was one of only 14. Oh, you'll see here, same idea. There's no instructions here, but you notice here on this side, it's very similar to the TurboGrafx 16. It's Hue cards, very similar. It's got a little protective sleeve on here, and so here you go. That is what the cards look like. They're like little credit cards. And so I reviewed this one. Steven told me that it didn't work for some reason, but it works. So I don't know what his problem was, but I did clean everything. So the other one I tackled was Thunderblade. This one, unfortunately, I could only get footage from the very beginning of the game because it's hard as hell. I totally forgot how hard this game is. It's like damn near impossible. So yeah, don't be disappointed with the footage that you see. I had to splice together what I had. I played for an hour and I got nowhere. But really nostalgic game for me personally, and that's why I played this and reviewed this. And the reason why I wanted to review this one was because I wanted to test it out because Steven said that it wasn't working. So I figured, well, what the hell? I might as well review it while I've got it working. And then that's it. That's all I reviewed, but I want to tackle this one as soon as I can play with Serena or a friend or something like that. I want to tackle that one. But I also want to talk about some of the highlights. Oof, sorry for all the noise. Got the windows open. It's bloody hot in here. So I already talked about Phantasy Star in the last video. That was the big highlight, and I didn't actually grab it this time around. I don't know why. But I'm not going to talk about that again because I did talk about that one before, saying how I was a huge fan of that back in the day and that was one of the ones I was the most excited about to get. But like I said, I've had time to now really reflect, and there's two series in particular that I'm really excited about. The first one, the one that I actually know a lot about, is this one right here, which is Wonder Boy. I'm a big fan of Wonder Boy, and I've played Adventure Island like 1,000 times, and if you look close, you'll see that this is essentially what it is. This is pretty much Adventure Island. And it wasn't until this one was released, which was Wonder Boy in Monsterland, is it going to zoom in? That I really started to fall in love with this series. This one, again, I have a lot of nostalgia for because I played this one a lot when I was growing up. And same deal, it's complete. Although this is what typically happens. Look at the instructions. This one at least is a little better. There's a lot more pages and things like that, so it's a little deeper. So yeah, I was really happy when I saw this included in his in the games that he sent out. But it's this one that I'm also really excited about, because Wonder Boy 3 I have not played very much of. Like I said, I spent most of my time in Monsterland, so this is exciting to me. And the other thing is, I actually just ordered Wonder Boy, what's it called, in Monster World for the Master System. And I know it's a Genesis game, but I really want to see, I want to wrap up. I'm going to do 1 week after another of all the Wonder Boy games, so that's going to be a lot of fun. By the way, I'm going to be putting in Genesis games in amongst these when I cover these, so it's not just going to be Master System. So if you're like, hey, what the hell, you just said you were going to cover Genesis and now all of a sudden it's all Master System, I'm going to be mixing things up. And of course Saturn Day is going to continue, like always, going to just keep going. So the other series that I'm really excited to start to tackle is Sonic the Hedgehog, man. I've never played any of these on the Master System, and this really excites me. And these two, you'll see here, these were later releases, started to look like that, if you see the instruction manual. So I'm really excited for this. I mean, 1991 this was released, and you know, the system I believe came out in 86, right? Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, I'm really excited to check this one out, and the follow-up Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And then, of course, the European exclusive. See, this I didn't know when I did the unboxing. This is actually a European exclusive for Sonic the Hedgehog Chaos. And it's basically, we got this game in North America as part of the Game Gear. And I believe all of these games are from the Game Gear. They've just been ported over to the Master System. And if you don't know this, the Master System and the Game Gear are actually one and the same. It's the same architecture. So it makes a lot of sense for them to be able to do that. And of everything that Steven sent me, this is the stuff that I'm the most excited about. Again, coupled with Phantasy Star, because it's just great to have that here. And that's it. Those are the ones that I'm really excited about to relive these memories for all of these, and then to create new memories for these 3 Sonic games. I'm really looking forward to this. And it's funny, I've started to think, you know, maybe we're going to raffle off a few things, especially Sturmwind, because Sturmwind is a game that I want someone out there to play. Steven just bought it, kept it sealed, it's brand new. So I don't know, maybe we'll do like a little raffle or something like that, and we'll give that one away. Anyways, that's just some updated impressions from all the stuff that Steven got me, and plus letting you guys know a little bit about what else I've got coming up in the very near future. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching.